Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome to the Hangin With Web Show. I'm GW Pomichter. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't done it yet, go on down and hit subscribe. We'll wait. That's it. Please come back over and over again. Check out some amazing artists, authors, filmmakers, comic creators, you name it. It's here on the Hangin With Web Show. We are here at ICC-Con 3, and we're hanging with writer and creator Jason Wahler, the creator of Joshua Robert, Junior Mad Scientist.
Yes.
Junior Mad Scientist. Man, there's been, I've seen junior detectives, junior superheroes, Junior Mad Scientists. And this popped up.
Well, it actually all came about was, I went to college for film and writing, and I now have a family, and my now 11-year-old son, he was in first grade at the time, did an after-school mad science program. And since that point in time, he had said...
After-school mad science.
Yes. Yeah, fun with, cool mad science experiments type things. So since that point in time, he's always said he wants to grow up and be a mad scientist. Not a scientist, but a mad scientist. So I kind of thought, well...
Anti-Bill Nye.
Right. I was like, what would happen if he actually had his own secret lab? And that's kind of where it came from. And these are his adventures.
See, I spent my children's young life trying to find and break up the secret lab. I was sure that they had. So when did you start putting these out? When did you start working on these?
We released the first one about 18 months ago.
Okay.
Started working on it about a year before that. I was able to finally reconnect with a friend from high school, is an amazing artist whom I've always wanted to work with. She's a stay-at-home mom up in Massachusetts. So we kind of wrangled her in with the story, and from there we produced the first one. About 6-8 months later, we came out with the second one, and our third one is going to be due out hopefully the very beginning of September.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, Joshua Robert that's your son?
That is my son. It's my younger son. One of three kids.
Outstanding. And what does Joshua think of?
He loves them. The more he reads them now, he wants to try and actually do these experiments when he gets older, but fortunately there's nothing possible that you can do. It's all plausible in the science, but there's nothing possible that you can do.
See, Dad's been careful with his science.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, Junior Mad Scientist, what distinguishes our Junior Mad Scientist from the Junior Scientist?
It's the type of experiments that he does. So rather than working on kind of like your mainstream, when you're in elementary school, your potato clocks and your sound waves, he's doing things like, my son is actually obsessed with Jello in real life. Absolutely loves Jello.
Which would explain the gelatin incident.
Yes. Which the inspiration for the first book was, he wants to be sitting there on the couch, be able to just kind of reach over, grab the couch cushion, and have it be Jello. So his whole goal is to make that happen in the first book, and he's able to achieve that. But his meddling older brother finds this, thinks he's, hoarding away some secret juice, drinks it, and now becomes Jello himself. And Joshua needs to rush to figure out how to basically turn him back into a real boy.
You turn your older brother into gelatin.
Yes, he quite enjoyed that part of it. His older brother, not so much.
Yeah, not so much, really.
Yeah. Justin was not a big fan of that.
I have two sets. We had the little set, which was, now they're all grown, and then we had 5 years older than them, was an older set.
Okay.
The older set is now afraid because now, in their 20s, my kids can read this, and they will find a way to turn their older brothers into gelatin. How have readers responded? How are the kids liking this stories?
Fortunately, very lucky to have nothing but positive feedback. I know my sister's an early childhood education teacher. She gave the books to a friend of hers whose son does not like reading. And the first day after he had these books, his mother caught him up with the books reading the next morning. The feedback so far has been extremely positive. It's a fun series.
And you know what's great about this audience is, if they didn't like it,
they tell you.
They tell you.
Yeah.
They're not shy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it always makes me nervous about giving a little kid, they're like, oh, this is cool. I'm like,
Okay, so there's a film producer in you.
Yes.
Any thoughts on animation? Any story ideas popping through your mind? You talked earlier. You got the producer's mind.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, without a doubt, I've actually talked to my son about doing a YouTube series about him being able of actually setting up like a little lab and they
mad scientist.
Yeah, and like the garage and him being able to do some experiments. I still have friends that live out in Los Angeles.
He's got older siblings, so he's got some nemesis.
He does. Well, actually, his older sibling, his older brother, is going to get his own series. It's going to be Justin Tyler Dinosaur Hunter. But we're trying to build up this series first.
How old is the older one?
The older son is 13 years old, but he's already reading at a college level, so I can't even write a book for him.
Yeah.
Because writing for young adults, he's so far beyond it. He'll read them because I'm his dad.
Dinosaur Hunter, though, that's pretty much going to draw him in.
That's what he wants to do. He wants to be a paleontologist.
Fantastic. My younger boy is an anthropologist.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I want to get my master's in that.
That's wow.
I would love to do that.
My youngest boy is up at the University of Tennessee getting ready to start on his master's program. He wants to go to forensics anthropology. Ooh. Wants to study at the body farm. It's creepy, man. It's creepy.
Yeah, I wanted to do more of like the ancient civilizations portion.
Historical anthropology,
right, but more to get more information for the what I'm writing, yes.
Good to get his master's degree so he can have information for the next YA book series that he writes. See, this is, when you want to be a creator, you got to dive in.
I've got other adventure series I'm writing, pirate series. There's a lot more. This is just the first established.
Welcome
trying to create
the creative community, brother. Great, sure.
Themed, yeah.
Trust me, I'm a scientist. Is there an A over there? Okay,
sorry.
I'm scientist.
Stretch it out.
Wait a minute. Okay, is Beaker speaking? Okay, fantastic. Okay, well, we're going to put links down below for your books. Amazon, Facebook. We're going to create an army of stalkers.
Please.
It's a small army. There's like 4 of them.
That's okay.
Okay, but you'll
happy to answer questions and talk. Absolutely.
Awesome, fantastic. This is the part of the show that we call it clickbait.
Okay.
You know the internet, clickbait are those headlines you just can't look away from.
Okay.
Okay? So the goal here is I sent them out to the internet and said, find me ridiculous, silly, foolish, personal questions. We're going to ask the guests, and whatever Jason tells us could be the headline that gets us all 1 million views. So they just start off with the weird ones. Oh, if a chimpanzee in a top hat walks into a casino lounge with a microphone, what does he sing?
Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. First thing that came to mind.
Just, wow. There's a shrink out there wanting to talk to him. Okay, invite 3 famous people to dinner. Who would they be and why?
Right, not going too historical, I'd have to say Mel Brooks, Gene Wilder, and probably Robin Williams. And
you don't even have to do the why. That's the best dinner party ever.
Seriously.
And just, you're not going to stop laughing. How can you eat? You're not going to be able to eat.
I'm okay with that. You're going to burn off all the calories from sitting there with them before you can even get the food in.
You got Robin Williams sitting there, you automatically you don't get to eat.
Yes.
It's a food fight or something, because he's just crazy.
Absolutely.
So, wow. So, okay, you are a writer.
Yes.
You're a producer.
Yes.
You're already a creative guy. We know those are your talents. Those are the things that you're out there showing everybody.
Okay.
What's your hidden talent? What won't we find on Google? What's your hidden talent? Until tomorrow. That's when we'll see it on Google because it'll be on the show. What's your hidden talent?
I'm an athletic person. I was an all-state defenseman when it came to soccer, but I think probably more surprising is at 5'7", I'm actually really good at playing basketball, and I'm an inside player rather than outside, like the center type player at the bitty size that I am.
He's a bitty basketball player. Don't mess with him on the court, folks. Where are you going to be next? What con or convention or signing, or where are you going to be next? Where can fans find you?
There is going to be a couple events coming up in December that are not 100% finalized. I know there's one on December 9th at the Melbourne Square Mall. Okay. That I know Jamie Ingle is setting up with a lot of authors, and I will be there with at least the 3rd book, Terrible Tiki Luau, if not a 4th, but definitely the 3rd.
Awesome. Really cool. We got to wrap it up. See how fast that goes?
Yes.
It just goes right along. As we wrap it up, we're going to say thanks to our partners and friends at Something Unique Magazine, the Florida Book News, Space Coast Comics, Wordfire Press, Famous Faces and Funnies, Off the Chain Radio with author Yvonne Mason. I'm GW Pomichter. We've been hanging with creator and writer Jason Wahler. Check it out, guys. Joshua Robert Jr., Mad Scientist. Get it at the links down below. Come back over and over again. Remember, subscribe. Right now, you, subscribe. Log on, tune in, see who we're hanging with next.